Greetings, Geminis. This is Damien with HK Readings Healing Culture Tarot, and I'm here to do your bonus for December 2019. This will be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter. So, if you have it in any of those alignments, stay tuned. Guys, this is going to be a last video for the year 2019 before I see you all in 2020. So, that's wonderful. The two cards that I have on the board from premeditation and shuffling are also wonderful. Though cross watchers are welcome, I will be reading from the perspective of the Gemini, but for the Gemini and anyone watching for a Gemini, take it as it applies on your end, you know? You have the power to, especially this being like a general reading, reaching so many people, you know, like you have the power to discern like things that are true for your experience, and you know, not just taking in information that's not really your story, you know. Now, with that being said, what we have crowning is the Ten of Cups. We're going to focus on this imagery with the Ten of Cups here, as we notice that the couple here are both with child. What came after that was the Nine of Cups, and you also see the woman here with child. So I'm seeing strong symbolism for a child. Now, whether this pertains to you or also just someone that's close to you or someone you know, because energy can extend that way as well, I definitely sense either a pregnancy where there will be multiple, you know, children throughout the relationship that are born at different times, but I'm feeling a strong sense of twins, or triplets could be in the works, or, you know, many of you are celebrating the birth, you know, the two of you coming together here in the birth of what I'm feeling is a little girl. Susie, I don't know, Susie and Susan. Susie or Susan are two names that just popped out to me. So take that how that resonates. Susie, Susan, Stephen. I'm getting a lot of S's here. Melissa, Landry. Very interesting. I feel like I could go on the names for a while. Like when names come, they really roll. But to stick with the reading here, you're either welcoming in the birth of a child or, you know, expect a family to be on the way. But it seems as though the ending of this year and going into 2020, what is basically, the universe is basically saying what has been on your mind and what has been pulling at your heartstrings will happen, will manifest, and will, you know, come down from the heavens. You know, the blessings from the heavens will come down and you will receive them very, very soon, to see all of those things that you desired be put into this sense of actualization, you know, when things come into fruition finally. So many of you will definitely be meeting the one that you will settle down with, or you're finally feeling serious about that person if they've been in your life and you've been on and off with them. I feel like, even though I don't have any coins here yet, because we haven't, you know, I hadn't continued the poll, this was just premeditation, I do sense that there are a lot of talks and discussions and plannings that are occurring or will occur between you and this individual, to just really, you know, not only see where you are, but how you can combine lives, time, assets, things to build wealth, to build a family, so on and so forth. A lot of open-hearted communication, and it's going to feel very weird and strange for you to find someone who seems to be an exact mirror of you in a good way, and you know, you want the same things, and just the level at which you can feel comfortable and laugh and be joyous, and everything feels so effortless. I feel as though many of you may have kind of given up on that, or at least the idea or the notion of that. And I don't want to say in a pessimistic way, but your experience has just brought you to believe that it didn't exist. at least within your sphere. And you're coming to find it, you know? You're definitely coming to find it. And you feel so empowered yourself for attracting what you're attracting, and realizing that this situation isn't asking you to compromise your autonomy. The situation isn't going to do that. It's not going to ask you to compromise anything of who you are, but only to embrace more of who you are. You're going to have a fan. You're going to have someone who's your biggest fan, your promoter. This is someone, if you're a business person, an entrepreneur, an artist, this is someone who will likely become your manager, will manage the funds for what, you know, whatever business you have going. Like, this is someone who, like, is definitely going to play a part and play a role in your dreams, and they're not going to be depleting themselves either. They're still going to have their things going on too. But with the amount of love and support that they have and show for you, it's going to in turn allow you to be their biggest fan, you know? And then we have, like, you know, like I said, all of the mirroring that's going on in a good way. It'll only continue to be enhanced. And I think that is pretty marvelous. We're going to continue to see what else we have from tarot. I'm kind of feeling like pulling a bit more from the Golden Tarot. We'll see if I shift over to any other decks. Wow. Gemini, what the fuck? I mean, I'm sorry, it's not bad. This is just such a fucking beautiful reading, man. Okay, so look. We've got the Three of Wands. Okay. Oh my God. And this is a transition. Okay. So remember how I said, you know, it's this thing that continues just to be enhanced, this beautiful mirroring and growth of a relationship. Just up and up and up. We literally go from the Three of Wands to the Four of Wands. I'm going to put this right here. I feel like it's suiting me to touch the Nine of Cups. And the Knight of Swords, along with the Eight of Swords. So, for one, just as many cups that are on the board. We got 2 cups, 2 swords, and 2 wands, okay? And I feel like, you know, earlier how I said we didn't have any pentacles on the board, where I feel like we're getting to with this reading. This is all that's left. We've got air, we've got fire, we got water. And we have true love and commitment that could only lead to the stable future that you have been seeking. I'm telling you, this is it. 1 and 1. This is the 2 of you here in beautiful, you know, watery harmony. We have same with the very passionate harmony, and the same with communication. Because from the 3 of Wands to the 4 of Wands, this is telling me that both of you, when it comes to taking stock and inventory and waiting for your ships to come in, for everything that you have been working for to, you know, to this point, looking out into the 4 of Wands, what you see coming in is that person. What they see coming in is you. I feel as though the idea of a relationship and what, you know, how magical it could be is something that's going to be restored. Like, it's very healing for the heart chakra. I feel what the both of you are going to experience here. If there was anything bad here, I'll tell you. You know, those of you who have been with me for a while, I'm going to tell you what the tea is. This is no bad tea here. And with the Knight of Swords to the Eight of Swords, this is literally, you know, the veil being cut off over her eyes there, okay? Charging in with that sword to remove the blindness, to remove the confusion, to remove the mental instability, sear right through it. And we're gonna go straight to the truth, okay? And what the truth beholds is the fact that you can love again. and that it's time to. And where is this knight charging to here? Straight across to the Four of Wands. And because we have this bridge of the Nine of Cups, because you feel so emboldened and enlivened for something that you feel to be so true, it gives you the motivation and it gives you the security, okay? And the knowing that you can pursue. Though there's a mutual pursuit, you can pursue. It doesn't have to be how it was when you would just let folks come to you because you're so used to being let down whenever you've extended yourself at one point or another, either in the beginning or 2 or 3 years down the line, you know? Pretty beautiful here. I think I'm just going to pull some goddess guidance and we're going to see where this gets to when I do your January readings. Oh, and then we got Flight Facilities, Crave You playing right now. Y'all check out that song if you are unfamiliar with Flight Facilities. Again, it's called Crave You. The only difference with this song is like, oh, Gemini, who have you been turning down? You know, you might kick yourself, you know how like we can jokingly kick ourselves in the ass, like, how did I almost miss that opportunity? How did I almost fuck that up? Like, you know this person. They've been waiting for you to come around, to figure it out, to want them the way they want you. For you to take action. Let's see what we got. But I know that's it. We've got Butterfly Maiden Transformation. You're experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Guiding Children, Damara, you're good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use others to help your skills now. So, but as this translates directly to your reading, for one, more symbolism of the child, okay? So, I mean, a future pregnancy or literally if it's happening now, like if you just had a baby or if you expect it due very soon, for a Sag baby or a cat baby, this might be a reading, like finally finding the one, you know. And even if it's not a physical child, y'all, it's energy that you two have fused together to create an essence of its own, an energy of its own, a new energy where y'all are intertwined. Do you know what I mean? And this is what y'all seek. Because I do intuit that for some of you, conceiving is not really a possibility, and apologies for that, sincerely. But and if that's the case, it could be adoption, or it could just, like I said, be what you two are creating together. Finally, somebody who wants to not settle down, however, create something that builds up, instead of just how can one person upgrade the other without that person giving back, or, you know, just any of that crap. I don't have to continue, you know. But yeah, this is good stuff. Others, y'all have had to be led to some truth here. And it's allowing a change to where you're seeing things clearly and you're communicating clearly. You're experiencing life in a clear and conscious way, and it's allowing so much to flow in for you. This is the connection that you have been waiting for, Gemini. And, you know, I feel as though you're finally listening to the universe. You're finally listening to intuition. And you're finally listening to your heart. When we shut it off, man, it's a bitch to open back up, ain't it? Yeah. My Gemini moon and tropical and Vedic. I believe my Venus and Mars in Gemini, along with a few other alignments. Oh, it's difficult to cut it back on, but when you can get there, when you have the opportunity, take those opportunities. Great things come from it. Love you, Gemini.